Definitely. Oh, Paul, yeah, definitely got a point to it. Yeah. Drink.
Number 7. Drink.
Your favourite way of opening a bottle?
The favourite way of opening a £200 bottle of whiskey is with your teeth. I've chugged the top skin of that glass.
Okay.
I tell you what, that...
Here goes, I'm going in.
No, it's next level. This is good. Smell it again, smell it again. Smell it again. It does smell like knickers.
What? It's alright, you ain't going to turn into a pumpkin.
Brilliant.
Glenfiddich.
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 One-eyed from Lidamite Gremlin. I borrow glasses. He's got fingers with no nails. It's like sausages.
It's Merlot.
Alright, so we're going to start then with the Filthy Smoke, which is a 10-year-old. Go on, Pete.
Islay whiskey.
It's an Islay whiskey.
Heavily peated.
Heavily peaty.
Never had this before. Christmas present.
Lovely.
Be interesting to smell the vapours on that.
Ooh.
Whether this is the right way round or the wrong way round to drink it first, I don't know, but we shall see.
Yeah, either which way.
Definitely got the TCP smell to it.
That's medicine.
It says the home of spirit, the home of peat, the home of smoke. It's definitely got a smoke to it.
Ooh.
The home of phenol and guaiacol and stringol, and all of those other dirty sounding chemical compounds. Oh, that's why I don't understand it. Which go into making up the exquisitely mucky flavour profile of the single malt you now hold, or I now hold, in my hand. We finish a small portion of the whiskey in sherry casks, specially selected for their edgy, gunpowdery, almost whispered, sulphury quality. Acts as a seasoning to the sweet vanilla and rich fruit tones of the whiskey. The seasoning is the char of your prime rib, the growl of your heavy metal, the ambergris of your perfume. Sometimes a bit of filth can make a good thing even better. No.
But it's a 42.8%.
I should
volume.
imagine it's about 40 quid's worth, I'm not sure.
Yeah, yeah.
A master of malt normally, I get used to that as the guideline to where I get most of my whiskies.
Okay, Master of Malt, which is an online store, yeah?
Definitely mellows it a bit.
It does mellow it, doesn't it? Just a touch of water. Probably put a little bit too much in there, but...
yeah, as I said, I think I need 2 glasses that are wider. This is awkward to drink a whiskey out of.
Yeah, yeah. And Pete has just admitted to me this one is £195.79. My goodness, Pete. But this is a 54.2% volume. Volume, yeah. I'm going to put my hand on my heart. I don't know a lot about whiskies. I just enjoy drinking them. And we've tried quite a few, haven't we? We've tried some expensive ones and we've tried some sort of sensibly priced ones.
That is at the top end of my range so far.
Yeah.
So I keep trying to push the boundaries, and I thought I did with that. I haven't broke the £200 barrier at the moment.
Yeah. And then this is a GLENCADAM.
And that was just the backup to fill the order up. And if you look on the back, see the price on the back of that one.
Okay. Yeah, so about £40 then for this one. Oh, this is in Merlot wine cask finish. Some of these, so I know this TAMNAVULIN here. This one is a red wine cask finish. Some use sherry casks.
And we have a partner here, which is white wine cask.
Oh, and that's a white wine cask finish.
Yeah, it's the same one, which is, again, this is...
It's a Speyside, isn't it?
40%, that'd be 40%.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right. Yeah, 40%. Yeah, it's sort of more commercially produced. I think this one was on special offer in Sainsbury's for about 25 quid. Reduced from 36 or something like that. So
be interesting to see if the deer one is better.
Yeah.
We will try that at the end. But you've known from past experience, our expensive ones don't always turn out to be most pleasing.
They don't always turn out to be the best, do they? So normally when we do this, we start with the easy ones first.
Yeah, that's what,
well, the lower alcohol content,
cheaper ones first.
Cheaper ones first, and we work our way up to the more expensive one. We've changed out the glasses as well. Pete's just biting the top off a bottle of whiskey. This started off with quite a pungent sort of aroma. It was quite. It was a sort of a filthy smell to it, a little bit peaty, and a little bit TCP. A little bit medicine-y. When you put just a touch of water in there, and when you sort of finished that glass of whiskey, it was actually I found it reasonably pleasant. It was a nice whiskey, and it's not. I don't think it's ruined my palate. Not that I have much of a palate for this kind of stuff.
I'm glad I didn't have that last.
Yeah, I'm sort of with you. I'm with you on that. I'm glad we did that one first. Right, what's the next one then?
It's one of those. I think if you're going to drink it, you wouldn't mix it with the others.
Yeah.
You stick with it.
Yeah.
And if you're going to have it, that one over there.
Stay with that.
Just had to try it.
Yeah.
I don't say I don't dislike it.
No,
but it's not something I want to.
Well, the thing is, it's different, isn't it? It's you and I. We tend to sort of nearly always go for single malts. We tend not to go for. Well, we prefer singles. We tend not to go for the blendeds.
Yeah.
And there are some. I think there's some good blendeds out there. You know, like the black labels and the red labels and stuff like that.
I don't dispute that. It's just not my cup of tea.
Not your cup of tea.
No.
Yeah. Right. Would you like a? Well, the other thing that we tend to do is we tend to go with a straight sort of nose and then taste, and then afterwards we'll put a little bit of water.
That's the exception about this after that one, though.
Yeah. Oh, it smells quite vanilla and mellow, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's funny. A lot of people say they just don't like whiskey. Why don't people like whiskey?
No,
I don't understand.
I can't answer that, can I? Because I like it. So,
yeah, I don't understand.
It's not everyone's cup of tea.
Mm.
I'm not one for explaining the flavours you get.
I can't. I'm not capable.
I don't
of doing
get this
that.
where people say I was hit a biscuit, apricot, vanilla. No.
Custard.
I like it or I don't.
Yeah. It smells sweet. That's what this smells to me. It smells sweet. And it's got just a little bit of a burn to it.
Yeah, got a bit of a bite. Yeah, that's a.
But not a bad burn.
It's a 40% Speyside single malt finished in a white wine cask.
It's quite a pleasant little Toby jug here with.
It doesn't.
Touch of
the
water
doesn't take anything away from it. It just obviously makes it slightly weaker, but not that you'd notice it.
Yeah. Well, what do they say? They say that the water.
It enhances, it releases the flavours. Apparently, I'm not. I just know what I like.
Yeah, that is nice actually. Just a touch of water in it, just.
Takes. Well, don't tell us it's taking the edge off it.
It's not.
There's no real bad edge to it.
Yeah, maybe true. It does seem to sort of make it more flavourful. Perhaps spreads those flavours.
It makes it go farther.
And it makes it go further. Yeah.
Or is it further?
Yeah, either which way. Doesn't
either
matter,
further, either either, neither neither. Yes.
Yeah, that's quite pleasant. Yeah. So these are all Scottish whiskies.
Yep.
What we haven't done before, or maybe we have actually, there's some Welsh whiskies, Penderyn.
Yeah, I've had that myself before.
It's quite pleasant, Penderyn. Yeah. And also some Japanese whiskies out there.
Never give them a try. Never thought about trying them. I've always stuck to Scottish. So I tried the Penderyn or Penderyn, the Welsh one. There's an English whiskey company. There's several made in England now, I believe. I think there's one made in Cornwall, I'm not sure.
All right.
But yeah, I've always stuck with Scotch or Scottish whiskey.
Well, they say that the whiskey in Scotland is better because of the quality of the water up there.
Maybe true. It's where it originated from first, I should imagine, but hence where everything gets its name from.
You would then maybe think that Sweden would probably be pretty good at making whiskey because there's lots of water out in that area.
The northern
countries
Nordics, seem to have grabbed our cider markets, haven't they?
I don't know.
I think Norway or something like that have grabbed our cider. Recorder League. Which is Finland or Norway, something like that. They've got a share of the cider market.
Yeah, they definitely do, don't they?
I would have thought it was too cold up there, but obviously not.
I don't know, do you drink much cider?
In the summer?
Cider.
A nice hot day, a glass of cider goes down lovely.
Yeah. But you're a real ale drinker, aren't you, really?
Preference, yeah.
Yeah. If I'm going to have a drink, I would, depending on which bar I'm in, I will go for a real ale. But if there's only one real ale on, and it doesn't look like it's been drunk for a while, if it looks like it might be a bit stagnant, then I tend to go for a lager.
If it's Doom Bar, well, I don't want that either. But
Okay, fair enough. I was about to have another biscuit then, you bugger.
carry on.
Yeah. That's good actually, that's a lovely bit of Stilton.
There's
Mouldy cheese and fermented, what's whiskey made out of, Pete?
barley.
Thank you. Mouldy cheese and fermented barley. And I actually just had to ask Pete what whiskey was made out of, and I thought to myself, I'm going to cut that out of this video so it doesn't make me look like a plonker.
No, you got it.
And then I realised I'm just going to have to leave it in, aren't I?
You've got to leave that in, Howard. This one is just a nice, easy drinking, smooth whiskey.
That was a really strong start, wasn't it? And then, the TAMNAVULIN is very vanilla. When I say vanilla, I sort of mean, it was for a whiskey. It's reasonably tame, isn't it, compared to some of the things that we
It's a nice, easy drinking one.
It'd be a good start as whiskey if somebody wanted it to try a whiskey properly.
Yeah.
That or Oban, you've had Oban before, I'm sure. Yeah.
I must admit, I like the Jura ones because they're slightly peaty, depends on the one you get, but they do different ranges, and they're most of their whiskies are pretty pleasing. But I just like trying different ones.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm looking for the holy grail, I suppose, of whiskies. I don't know.
Well, so Pete occasionally buys an expensive bottle of whiskey just to see, really, just to.
Well, I reached just under 200 the last time when we got together.
Yeah.
And this time that one was listed at 240, but then it come down under 200 with the discount for some reason.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what the true price of that is.
Yeah.
Normally.
Yeah.
I will look and find out, but
Yeah.
I was aiming to go above the 200, so that was, I think it was 240.
Yeah.
Might have been about 220, I'm not sure. But so I'm still, technically I've not gone over the 200 limit, going by what I paid for that.
Sure.
So the next one I aim to go over the 200 limit.
Over the 200 limit and see.
As we know from the past, one of the last one we bought, which was 190 odd, wasn't the best, was it?
It wasn't that great. No. It was okay. It was a nice whiskey if I remember. But there was others that were better, that were cheaper. Exactly. And there was 50 quid whiskies that were fine.
Yeah. So that sort of money doesn't always buy you one that you think this is exceptional.
Yeah.
It wasn't exceptional, so we shall see at the end whether that one is exceptional compared to these others.
Absolutely. So watch to the end, folks.
It could be interesting.
Trust me, it could be interesting.
Anyway.
So finishing up the TAMNAVULIN's is a nice, easy, gentle whiskey anyway.
Yeah, gentle one to start with.
So what's the next one then, Pete?
The next one is the one you brought down.
Okay, right, yeah.
Which I had toyed with buying, but I got the white wine instead. And
you didn't want to do the other white wine cask finish.
No, that's about Merlot.
A Merlot wine cask finish.
So
okay, yeah.
This is the one you brought, which is the red wine cask finish.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, that had a suck to it, didn't it? Lovely, lovely. As always.
This is the one you brought.
Try it straight up.
Bought.
Again, it just seems gentle, middle of the road, doesn't it? Really? Yeah.
Is it me or does it taste slightly smoother? A little bit.
Yeah, maybe actually.
Heavier but smoother.
Yeah. And I've not put any water in this at all. And to be honest, I'm almost tempted to say this sort of doesn't.
Same again.
Really doesn't really need the water, does it? Yeah. I think when you've got the high alcohol content whiskey, maybe that's when you want to.
These aren't high alcohol by any means. They're standard.
Just dial it back a little bit. Yeah.
I am going to. Put a little bit of water in anyway.
Okay, just see if it releases those
phenols or whatever they call it.
Those flavours. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
to me, it's slightly sweeter. I don't know. I feel it's slightly sweeter than the white.
That is easy drinking.
If you
whiskey,
give me
isn't it? Yeah.
one or the other
Yeah.
and blindfolded me, I wouldn't have a
I
clue.
wouldn't know. I drink bourbon and I drink, Jack and Coke, Jim Beam and Coke.
But to me,
and
see,
stuff
those are
like that.
American whiskies are bland. I know you like them, but they're bland to me. They haven't got any.
I've got to be honest, mate. I would take
Yeah, they're on par with these two then. Yeah,
So this feels these two TAMNAVULINs feel like civilized whiskies that maybe civilized people might drink. The bourbons that I have, the Jim Beam, the Jack Daniels, my preference generally is Jack. Yeah,
they don't do anything for me.
Well, you did drink nearly.
Yes.
Most. He did have a random moment pop round and we smashed the bottle in one evening, but
Right, I wouldn't buy one.
You wouldn't buy one. No.
I will drink whatever anyone puts in front of me.
Fair enough.
Within reason.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I would not go out of my way to buy an American whiskey, bourbon, whatever you want to call it.
It did have the desired effect, though.
It did.
It?
Oh yes, the end result is
Yeah.
still the same: merriment and talking gibberish.
Anyway, good stuff, mate. Cheers. Thank you very
cheers,
much.
mate.
Yeah.
If you want to introduce someone to
A whiskey.
simple whiskies, a single malt, that's those two, very easy.
Yeah.
As I say, I just think that one, the red one at the moment's got the edge because it seems a little bit, to me, a little bit sweeter, a little bit rounded off.
Yeah.
Have
you ever tried Aberlour?
Avalor.
Aberlour.
Arbelor.
Arbelor, okay. ARB.
Yeah.
Aberlour, okay.
Yeah.
Aberlour, okay.
Can't say I remember what it's like.
No, but it's okay though, isn't it? Again, it's a similar sort of thing, I think, really.
There's so many out there, that's the trouble. And you know,
it's generic, it's almost generic, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember any particular one. I say the only ones you remember, the peaty ones, they stick in your mind because of the flavour.
But doesn't that tell you something about people's taste buds or people's taste responders? Is they're buying more. Clearly, these companies are staying in business because people are buying more of that type of whiskey. So Aberlour is gentle, Oban is gentle, TAMNAVULIN is gentle, most Juras are gentle. When I say gentle, I mean sort of more vanilla-y. They're not harsh on the palate.
And the Freud Ardbegs and all that, as we know,
they're a different level, a bit more full on. And actually, I've got to be honest, I'm actually thinking now that's sort of a bit of the challenge for me, is to cross that line.
What you mean? Get away from the bourbon crap.
To get away from the gentle stuff. And actually, sort of get in the mix a little bit on the slightly more challenging whiskey. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I might buy a peaty whiskey at some point. I might buy Peter whiskey at some point. What?
All you've got to do when you buy me a whiskey is try and beat one I haven't got.
Yeah, actually, to be fair, there's a lot of whiskies.
There's
a lot of whiskies that have gone through your garage, mate, and quite a lot of which, quite a lot of them I've helped you with. Yeah. Tasting the last of the tasting of the TAMNAVULIN Speyside Single Malt Scottish Whiskey Red Wine Cask Edition, which is 40% volume, and it was on offer for about £25 or so in Sainsbury's. So yeah, not bad. Right, so GLENCADAM.
Oh,
It's not GLENCADAM.
Sorry, folks.
That's right.
I can't get me bloody nails to work under the things.
Yeah.
This is
got any nails.
a GLENCADAM.
He's got fingers with no nails. It's like sausages.
It's a Merlot wine cask finish. It's 46%, so it's slightly above average.
Okay.
And it's GLENCADAM Reserve de Bordeaux Single Malt Scotch. Carefully crafted by our master distiller. Carefully selected a single malt matured in exceptional ex-bourbon American oak cask. The bloody Americans get in everywhere, don't they?
So American oak.
Yeah,
so this is bourbon.
American
These are
oak
bourbon casks.
Yeah, so any of them proper
Did
English.
you say it was bourbon casks?
Yes, I said bourbon. Yes. Yeah. Bastard Americans. Anyway. The single malt in these casks has been expertly married and then finished in hand-selected Merlot wine barrels, sourced from Bordeaux in France.
Oh, hang on a second. Sorry, what was that? That's you said something about I'm borrowing glasses. I can't see a bloody thing.
They're a bit too strong
no,
for
no,
it.
no, they're perfect. Yeah.
You need glasses, mate.
Carefully selected single malt matured in exceptional ex-bourbon American oak casks.
And then
the single malt, it was originally put in bourbon oak casks. Then it was poured out of those American oak casks and then poured into Merlot wine barrel casks.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's a very light colour, isn't it? Well, to be fair, it's not that far off of the same sort of lightness of that. But it is light, though, isn't it? If you look at it, generally speaking, that is lighter. That is the lightest.
A Merlot wine, you'd think it a little bit darker, but it's fairly. Fairly.
Those are good. Those glasses, I can see with them.
Yeah. Pound savers.
Pound speckers.
Yeah. Whatever.
Right.
So this is 46%.
Oh, this is a big one. Right. So this is apologies. This is a 46%. So we do need to consider putting a little bit of water in here after we.
Spill some.
Oh, yeah. Don't
spill it. No. So. This is the 38 quid's worth one.
38 quid for 38 quid for this one, yeah. A pleasant nose.
Yeah, you've got a bit more
Yeah, you can
actually
exactly. Yeah, it's got intensity to it. Yeah, you can definitely
tell
smell.
the connoisseurs.
You can smell the alcohol content, can't you?
You can smell more with this than the other two.
Yeah.
But not. Yeah.
No, it's definitely got a little bit more of a
bottoms up.
Bottoms up, or.
Definitely. Oh, Paul, definitely got a bite to it. Yeah. Well, that's
that's sweet. That is actually. It's got a burn as well.
Yeah, got a burn.
Oh yeah, that's got a burn. Yeah.
And a little bit more, and then put some water in it, I think.
I don't know. I like it like that.
Oh. Yeah.
Ooh.
That's definitely got something about it.
Ooh.
And that's not bad for that price. Because we've had some real humdingers in our time, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
You know, when you think about it, some of the rubbish we have drunk.
Yeah.
No names.
No.
Can't remember them, to be honest.
Yeah, no, well, you put them to one side and you won't do it again, will you?
Well, I like to think I remember most of the ones I bought. But it is getting harder, especially if you buy Glenfiddich. There's so many different years there, and
I can feel that one through my nose now. Actually, it's almost that this one is a little bit more of an attack on the senses.
It certainly is.
I can feel it sort of coming up through. It almost made me want to not sneeze, but I could feel. I could really. It's a clearer.
The water has still got a nice. It's took the edge off it, but it's still got a nice. Solid feel to it, nice.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it really does. That's still solid with water. To be honest, right? So the other ones, when we put a little bit of water with those, it just felt like it was watering them down.
Yeah.
With this one, it does feel like it's actually accentuating the taste and the flavours and the smells. Yeah, Is it citrusy?
I'm not going to go there because I don't understand all this.
I sort of get that. I get the concept of being able to sort of discern some flavours, but
if I find one I like, I tend to go back to it more often than the others.
I reckon this one has a taste of lobster in it.
Oh, that is a crazy one.
Is it whiskey sponge?
And none of them's got any years on it. Have they?
This is going to be interesting. Well, I can't wait to have a go on that one. Actually,
I just hope we're not disappointed.
Well, you never know. But I mean, look at the depth look at the colour, and it's so. I don't want to big this up, but it is 200 quid's worth of whiskey for 70 centilitres. Be honest, if I was going to spend 200 quid on whiskey, I'd end up with gallons of it. The strength on it is 54.2%.
That's a strong one. Then.
Yeah, this is going to need a little water. To be fair, we've stepped up with this one here. This one's a good step.
Oh, definitely.
This
Yeah.
You know, earlier we were sort of not moaning, but we were going, well, this is all a bit vanilla-y, and now all of a sudden it's sort of we're hitting the next level. I think
I have got the other deer one.
Yeah.
Still out in the cupboard.
Have you? Oh.
Once we've tried that,
we could run that one as well.
We could run back again and try that.
So
just compare.
And what was? Can you remember how much that one was?
It was 190 something.
So that was another 200
yeah.
200 quid whiskey. Yeah. I've got a nice warm feeling now in my tummy. I'm just trying to describe. And we're sort of crescendoing now up through the ranks of the whiskies.
If I was going to get someone onto whiskies, I wouldn't give them the Merlot wine one because A, it's a little bit stronger.
So it's not a good starter whiskey.
It's not a good starter whiskey.
No,
It's going to put them off, I would say, because it's got too much of a bite to it.
So they might have been randomly at a bar at some point, at a wedding, and said, "Oh, no, I'll have your most expensive whiskey," and the barman's know nothing, and he's literally just done an optic of, or poured them a measure of whiskey, and they've tasted it and gone, "This is why I don't love whiskey."
Yeah, that's the effect you get with that, I think, because the first. Yeah. The other two, the TAMNAVULINs, were easy starter ones.
Yeah.
Most pubs or most bars, when you go in, the whiskies they sell, you ain't going to get nothing special. And most of the pubs I go into, there's very rarely more than one single malt.
Yeah.
And it's invariably Glenfiddich. Glenfiddich.
One-eyed from Lidamite Gremlin. Anyway, sorry, yes, Glenfiddich.
So, I mean, I always remember going on holiday once, and I was down in Torquay, and there was a hotel, the Balmoral Hotel at the back of Torquay, and they had a whiskey bar. They had a bar, but he called it the whiskey bar, and he had umpteen bottles of whiskey behind this bar.
Yeah.
And every night, me and one of the other guests on there, we used to sit there and we'd say, right, 5 different whiskies we're going to try. And he knew his whiskies and he'd done what we're doing tonight and he took us through it. And I said to him, why are we drinking that one? And he said, well, you can't drink that one before that one because that will put you off that one.
Okay.
And I used to love single malt sherry cask finished whiskey from Sainsbury's.
Okay.
That was when I got into the whiskies in the first place. I drank them when I was on holiday, but I got into it when I got back. Sainsbury's single malt sherry cask, and I always thought it was a nice, easy drinking whiskey. It wasn't dear. And then I started buying others, and that's what got me in this game. And my friend come round once, and he said he liked whiskies, so he said, you got any of that one you have normally? I said, yeah, so I give him this Sainsbury's one. But at the time, I'd had about 3 or 4 other whiskies, so I said, we'll try this one. Now, I think there was a Bunnahabhain. I can't remember the other ones. There were Glenfiddich. And we went up the range, and I done to him what the barman done to me at the hotel.
Right.
And I said to him, do you want to go back and try the sherry cask finish? He said, yeah, that's a nice one, that is. Yeah. Okay. After having several better ones. And when I give him a glass, Jesus, he said, that tastes crap.
And
I said, why? He said, well, it's rough. I said, but you've had several different ones since. So I said, all the time you've been coming up here, I've always served you that or give you that. And I said, now I've got others. You can appreciate, like I appreciate, different whiskies. But doesn't always happen. 9 times out of 10, if you know your whiskies, you can go up the line and you can get it right. Tonight we're doing that, and we're not sure if we're going to get it right because this last whiskey is unknown to us.
It's very unknown, and so not only that.
It could be a case of, it's bloody awful, but we won't know. You will know in a minute.
It's got like some souped up tractor and lobsters with heads, human heads. Trust me, I'm not hallucinating. It's all fine, guys. But I'm looking at this label. I'm going to show you the label. Hold on. We'll get into this in a second. This one's going to be interesting. 54.2%, and just shy of 200 quid after discount. So yeah,
we're hoping it's going to be the pièce de la résistance.
Le pièce de la résistance.
What? It's all right. You ain't gonna turn into a pumpkin.
Brilliant, right? But just to give you guys an idea of colour, the difference between colour. So
The start and finish.
The start and finish.
Well,
Yeah.
not
So,
really a start, but
so this one's a 40%, and it's a very sort of vanilla, very easy drinking whiskey. This one here, and this one here is a 54%. So and what have we had before? We've had like a 60.
We've had a
60
something,
something percent whiskey before. But this
hasn't
one
always been
hasn't always been the best whiskey. But this one is looking interesting. It's that bar, I think, and actually that's Pete. I think sometimes that's your game, Pete. The reason I think why you occasionally go for something like that is because you're sort of looking for the next level of
like I said earlier, the Holy Grail.
the Holy Grail. Is this our next? This is our next brew. Oh my goodness. Go on,
This
man.
actually is 22 years old.
This is a 22-year-old single malt.
It's
whiskey.
edition 69.
Edition 69. I don't know why I feel the need to repeat everything you say.
Right. How to make Ardmore. Ardmore. I'm thinking this could be peaty, but I might be wrong.
Oh, go on.
I don't know.
Okay.
Use giant land crabs to harvest your whiskey crops. Take care to do lots of wheelies in your death tractor in order to mush the barley into a big muddy paste in your field. If in doubt, add extra dung.
I think we've got to start with this. Go on. Go on.
It's a bit of a saga. Employ an earthy-looking man with forearms like gnarled elephant trunks to mill the barley dung, oats and crabs, using a microplane from John Lewis. Right. Add lashings of hot mead from your garage. Right, okay, so this basically is a piss-take whiskey.
Yeah, but hang on a minute. This speaks you in volumes.
Yeah.
You've had a combine harvester. You brew your own beer. Okay, not mead, but you brew your own beer in your garage. Carry on.
Right.
This.
Drain the resulting hot mash wort through a muslin cloth to make a burn-scented consommé.
A muslin cloth.
What's a consommé? It's a soup, isn't it?
Consommé, it is. Yeah.
It's another French word for soup, yeah.
Consume everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Bury this liquid underground with extra crabs, lonely wellies, pickled artichokes and some anthracite until it has become partially sentient.
A bit of coal.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, coal.
And it's
coal.
become partially sentient. It's basically starting to develop its own personality.
Right. Exhume this filth and run your tractor on it for a few months, where deliberately misleading tourists and garrulaching deer carcasses. The phantom vapour that escapes from your exhaust, once condensed through old pongy knickers, is Ardmore.
Bloody brilliant! Come on, yes.
Drink.
Number 7. Drink.
Your favoured way of opening a bottle?
The favoured way of opening a £200 bottle of whiskey is with your teeth.
I reckon it's got a peaty hint to it.
Go on. Oh, it does have a slightly peaty hint.
Yeah.
Oh my god, isn't it? It's earthy. It's not just peaty.
Can
It's
you leave it alone so I can get in the glass?
Oh, no, yes, no,
Are
no,
we
no,
gonna
God,
get
no,
in
no,
there?
smell it again. It does smell like knickers. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. It doesn't
Your
smell like
experience could be
knickers.
different to mine then.
No. You know what it smells like? It smells like molasses. It's got a really deep, dark, chocolatey, fruity,
I'm with you there.
dark,
Yeah,
chocolatey,
yeah.
fruity flavour to it. All of a sudden,
look at that.
oh my god!
I was going to say-
look at that.
Amber nectar, that's what they use for lager, isn't it?
Amber nectar. That was was that Foster's or yeah?
I think
Foster's.
so, yeah. Crocodile Denise shit.
Yeah, crocodile.
Yeah,
Dundee shit yourself.
yeah.
Here we go. Yeah, cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Bloody brilliant.
Got a smell a bit sherry about it. Oh, you've gone in for it,
I'm
haven't you?
sorry. I
you
couldn't
couldn't
wait. I couldn't wait. I had a sniff, and I've chugged I've chugged the top, just the top skin of that glass. My God, that's good, mate.
The top skin.
I've chugged the top skin of that glass.
Yeah, no, I won't say the word.
It's good, mate. Yeah. Holy crikey!
Right, okay.
I tell you what, that...
Here goes, I'm going in.
No, it's next level. This is good.
Ooh. That's got some sort of body to it.
It's good. It is.
That's not a letdown, is it?
That is not a letdown, mate. Oh my God, that is epic.
I'm going to try a little bit more.
Oh, I'm just sniffing it. I've got to be honest, I could just do the fumes.
That's got a bit of everything in it.
Oh, that's amazing.
But it's going to have a bit of water in it.
Oh.
Well, to tell you what,
That is...
put a little bit of water with it.
Go on.
Smooths it down, takes the bitterness out of it. It's lovely on its own, don't get me wrong, but...
The gimbal camera memory card, too small, failed. We're back on the phone just because we really wanted to actually tell you this is
whiskey. For once, it's a bee's knees, isn't it?
Whiskey Sponge Single Malt Scottish Whiskey. This has flavour beyond belief. It grabs the back of your throat. It gives you a little bit of a shake, and it says, "Hey, is everything okay in there?" It is.
If I was one of those connoisseurs, I'd probably come out with loads and loads of fruit and figs and shit and all that. But
Yeah. No, it could be a little bit fruity, but it's not too fruity. It's more earthy than it is fruity.
Have a sip.
Cheers.
Tell us what you think. And you're not a whiskey drinker.
Tastes very weak.
Oh!
Wishy-washy.
You did that on purpose, didn't you? No, you must be kidding me.
She drinks Bacardi. Yeah.
This is the shiznit. This is good, mate. This is good.
What's it? The shiznit?
The shiznit, yeah. This is good. This is the shiznit.
What does that mean?
I have no idea, but it's
a bee's knees in South, like something Jewish.
The bee's knees in South Gloucestershire.
No racism intended.
Big shout out to Dan at the Hairy Lemon.
Hi Dan at the Hairy Lemon.
On Instagram.
Absolutely.
We've gone through the ranks this evening, and thanks for putting up with us.
No
really
problem.
appreciate
No
it.
problem.
Yeah.
Put some food on.
Yeah. Okay. Cheers, beers, boys and girls.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you, Pete.
That's all right.
Honestly, this was the one. I think this is absolutely the one.
We haven't been let down.
No, we have not been let down.
No, normally we
have. Sometimes we've been. We've had one instance when we've been let down before, haven't we?
We should do this again with another batch.
Yeah. This is a good one.
Yeah.
Cheers, folks.